Hello, it's Lucas here, and it's officially the 5-year anniversary of Brick Bucas. To celebrate 5 long years of Brick Bucas, I'm showing off some of the most important mocks and modifications from this YouTube channel. But before we get into that, I have a huge announcement to make. That's right, I am officially streaming live on Twitch. The link is in the description below, and I stream stuff like Minecraft, or Lego City Undercover, also known as the best Lego game, undeniably. You don't even have to fight me in the comments because you know I'm right. But regardless, I am streaming live on Twitch, so make sure you go check that out whenever I'm live. It's going to be inconsistent because I don't really have that much time to just stream whenever I want, but you can still catch me every once in a while. So make sure to check that out in the description below, of course, and maybe one day you'll find me live on Twitch, and it'll be fun. But anyway, regardless, we should get into these mocks and models. But before we get into that, one more thing. This is just me right here. Pretty nice. Anyway, so we're going to start off with the oldest YouTube video here, being the Imperial shuttle. And I just noticed this wing is completely messed up. Now, this is not the same Imperial shuttle that was featured in that original video almost 5 years ago. This has been modified, and it is very different, but it's still a very interesting look into what was my first Lego set review ever on my YouTube channel. It didn't even include the minifigures when I went over them. I just went over some custom minifigures I had. So it's very cool, very interesting to really see where I started. Now this is custom, so I made some weird decisions, and this opens up like that. I think it was just to reduce the amount of stuff going on below the cockpit, of course. But this is just, once again, something really cool to see. It's a big piece of Brick Bucas history, and it's nice to see it once again. Unfortunately, I don't have something like the original first ever mock that I ever showed off on Brick Bucas, being the blue helicopter, but it's still cool to think about that kind of stuff. Maybe one day I'll make a new version and I'll feature it on a special video, maybe the 6-year anniversary or 10-year anniversary. But anyway, moving on, this is the L Police, or now ACMU Starfighter. This is the second thing I showed off, and I believe my second mock I ever showed off. Maybe not, but pretty close to it. It's pretty special, pretty nice. It is very, 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 very different from what it looked like back when I first made that video. So I've just confirmed this is indeed the second mock I ever showed off on the channel. And this is just a special mock. This mock, alongside the Imperial shuttle, marked a turning point for the Brick Bucas channel. Because before that, I didn't have a desk setup. I mean, I had Vid 2020, but that wasn't a very good video, and that was literally filmed in 2020, a whole year before I started even making videos on my YouTube channel. And so this and that Imperial shuttle video were the first videos I ever filmed on a actual desk professionally, but it really marked a big turning point for Brick Bucas and an overall change in the structure of the videos and how they would be presented later on. So this is a very special mock. I also just love it because, I don't know, a lot went into designing it. It's almost 5 years old now, and sure, it's a lot different than it looked back then, but it's still the same mock deep down inside. So now we're going to move on to one that's a little more kind of confusing, and that's the E2. Now, technically, this isn't the same E2 as in the original video of my train showcase, but this E2 is rather the evolution of that E2 from its earliest stages to its development into what I believe was a really good model, into a minifigure scale version. So this is sort of that same E2 in spirit, although it isn't, of course, the exact same one. when I swapped my E2 to minifig scale, I did unfortunately take apart the original E2, but I do have it up on my Bricklink, so I will, of course, link my Bricklink account down below. You will be able to find, I don't believe instructions, but you will be able to find the part list for that original E2, at least in its most completed state. So if you're interested in that, once again, the link will be down below with my Twitch account. But this is what I believe is the ultimate evolution of that original E2 tank engine design, and which is why I wanted to show it off, because once again, this is another example of a model that's lasted so long. It's made it through all these years. It's not quite as old as some other mechs, but to me, I've had this E2 mech for I don't know how long, probably even before Brick Bucas, so it's still very special and very important. Now, we're going to move on to the ACMU station. Now, this is another one of these mechs that value comes from how long I've had it. Now, this one is a lot different. It used to be called the Out Police, and now it's the ACMU, Anti-Crime Military Unit. Unfortunately, this thing is way too big to show off on camera, but I do have a playlist, which this video might go into, I'm not sure, but I have a playlist of all the videos that are referenced in this video here. So I will have that playlist for you to watch, and you'll be able to see the original version of this ACMU building, which is something really interesting and really unique to see. The original ACMU building. So that will be linked below, or not linked below, but that will be available on my channel. I'm going to just skip past the ACMU building now because it is way too big to show off in any capacity. Anyway, next we have the Modern Mansion. Once again, a mech that has survived the test of time. It is truly a classic mech. Now, this is so much better than it used to look. The original one was basically just this wall here. Basically looked like that wall right there. Plain blank white. It was really ugly. It was very bad. But now it's this much more attractive Modern Mansion style building that I am truly happy with, because I mean, it's just a good style. I mean, modern buildings in general might not be the best buildings design-wise. They might not be the most interesting, but it's still satisfying to see something like this come together over so many years. 5 to be exact. Well, maybe more like 4 for this one, because it's not quite as old. Well, it's much older on my Instagram account, which my Instagram account is in and of itself almost, well, it's half a year older, I believe, than my actual YouTube channel. So there it is. Actually, here, one more shot of it. Very nice, very beautiful. And now we're going to get some Minecraft World representation with the Milo robot. Milo robot, there we go. This is the first ever Minecraft build made out of Lego specifically that was ever featured on my channel, and it's super special. It's on fire, but that doesn't matter. This is currently in Minecraft World. For those wondering, I don't know when the next video is going to be. It's probably going to drop. I'm probably going to do it on like Valentine's Day. I want to do it on holidays, or just like special days in general, rather than just releasing Minecraft days randomly, or Minecraft World days randomly. It doesn't matter. It's going to be on either Valentine's Day or some other day like Easter. Probably not Easter, but I just hope for Valentine's Day, because that's currently what I have planned. The only issue with Valentine's Day is it is one day away from my regularly scheduled uploads. I can't talk. All right. Anyway, back to Milo Robot. This thing is way more important to me than all the other ones, because this is nearly identical to what it looked like back when I first made that video. There are differences, there are plenty of differences, like everything else here, but this is the closest out of everything that to the original version. This is the closest. I mean, the only other option is probably the shuttle, and I just hit the train, but it's probably that shuttle. But other than that, this is definitely the closest, or really, even including that, this is the closest. You can even see techniques that I used back when I first made it, like with that lever and that button. This is the closest to any original model I have here. And so it's pretty nice, except for, of course, these two over here, because those are much newer. But I just think it's really cool to see something so similar. Although this, I have been planning to do a massive overhaul of this build, because it is kind of fragile and it doesn't really fit together very well. So I do want to fix it up real nice and get all these layers put together better, because there's a lot of gaps where there just shouldn't be gaps, and that hurt a lot. Oh, Lego bricks are sharp. But yes, so I do have plans on fixing this, changing this, making it better. But as of right now, this is the closest model here to its original counterpart. And now onto the more modern, should I say, era of Brick Bucas, when things got a little more serious. And I'll move these over so you can see them better, but the 040 can stay back there. And right up here, this is the first video I'd say, well, hold up. Yes. Okay. This right here is the first video to ever really blow up on my channel. It only got like 300 views, but for me, especially at that point in time, that was revolutionary. I had never gotten a video over 100 views before, and so seeing 300 views, let alone like 200 views in the first night, I was just dumbfounded. And so this is a very important mock to me, because it really symbolizes growth for my channel. After that, most of my videos averaged at least 100 views. I mean, there were some that got less, especially the Modern Mansion, unfortunately. But this showed me, like, there's a lot more that can come from this. And while everything isn't about views for me, it's mostly just about having fun and doing what I enjoy doing, it still was a sign of great prosperity in the Brick Bucas channel. So this is just a really special mock to me, and it has improved since the video. The main point being here, where it's now spring-loaded rather than the system I had before, so now it actually springs back. It's not the best, because it's very tough, and like the spring is very tight or whatever, I don't know. And it doesn't really have a lot of motion, but it's still a lot cooler than what I had before. So that's cool. It's nice to also see that even with something that was so revolutionary to me, it can still be improved upon. And it's just such a special piece of Brick Bucas history. And it's really something that I'll remember for forever as just the most important piece to my channel. It was the first time I realized I can really do this. I can do this. And once again, after that video, most of my videos got like at least 100 views. Not all of them, but most of them. And now finally, my most viewed video, and probably the most revolutionary video on my channel, the American 040 steam locomotive mock. This has currently over 6,000 views on my channel, which doesn't sound crazy to most people, but to me that is insane. I've never had anything like that. My last most viewed video was, I think, reaching 3,000 views, but then this came in and it just demolished that. In the first day, it already had 1,000 views. So this video was just crazy for me. And not to mention, this is probably my favorite mock that I have in my collection right now, currently. Overall, I mean, I just love how this looks. I'm so happy with how the design came out. I feel like it's such an accurate model. So many people, or at least I think 2 people, but still, 2 people asked for instructions, and to them, I said I would make them, and I haven't made them yet. I actually haven't even built this in studio yet. But if anyone is wondering, I am working on it. Don't worry. I'm going to start building this soon. And heck, maybe I can figure out how to do it on my computer and then maybe live stream it. I don't know. But I do have plans. Don't worry. If you are looking forward to this, don't worry. It's going to happen. It will happen. But regardless, here it is. I even fixed the bell because one of the comments in the video said it looks like a whistle, and I agree with that person 100%, and I fixed it and made it look better. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a gold handlebar piece or bucket arm piece, whatever. But, you know, it's still pretty cool. And there are, of course, pieces that, like I said in the video, aren't correct. Like these wheels should be red, these stripes should be gold. But I digress. This is just such a special mock. It's one of my favorite, well, it is my favorite mock that I own in my collection right now. And it's also my most viewed video. It completely demolished any other video I had. It's more than double my most viewed video ever, or my previously most viewed video ever. And it's just revolutionary for me. I mean, it shows, 1, a great love for trains in my community, and also just 2, that, hey, I could do great things with this channel. And I mean, this video just, it's just crazy. It's crazy what it did. And I couldn't be more blessed to have had this video do so well. But anyway, let's wrap this video up by just bringing a few models back up here. The E2. And then, how about the ACMU? Oh. This ACMU building is probably like my second favorite block in my collection. I love making buildings, so there it is. Here, I'll move the E2 up a little bit just so I can give more room to the ACMU. I'll throw this just off to the side as the second mock I ever reviewed on my channel. And then I'll put the mech right up in front. There are still a few things, obviously, that aren't up here right now, but that's just because there's a ton of room. But there it is. 5 whole years of Brick Bucas. Something so special, something I never even imagined. 5 years. That's a long time. And to think I'm where I am now, I mean, I always dreamed of something like this, but I never really knew it could actually happen. And sure, you might say, oh, you only have 233 subscribers, at least at the time I'm filming this. But that is still so special to me because I didn't even know I could get 100. I mean, I was so ecstatic when I first reached 100 subscribers. And so, hey, you know, 233 is not a lot, but it's still plenty. And hey, I can't wait for the next 233. I mean, it's in my dreams, at least. And I guess closing out of this, this is the Brick Bucas mug. This thing has been with me for quite some time. I mean, not a huge amount of time, but mugs have been holding up my phone for a long time. And unfortunately, for this video at least, not for every video, but for this video, I don't have a mug holding up my phone. So this video could be representing a big turning point in my YouTube career, as I might have to transition out of using mugs to hold up my phone. But that's not really as important. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was happy to you to see what has happened to this channel. If you have been subscribed for a while and you're excited to see that I've reached 5 years of making YouTube videos, then thank you for sticking around this long. If you're a brand new minifigure, maybe I should call my viewers minifigures. If you're a brand new viewer, thank you for showing up to a 5-year anniversary of a small YouTuber that you have no idea who he is. It's really special to me that you'd show up. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next 5 years of Brick Bucas.